Before we get into today's video, guys, I just want to let you know a little bit about Monday and what happened with me. As you probably would have found out from the news sources and some of the drama channels out there, I did plead guilty to 2 charges. Those charges were facilitating gambling without a license and promoting gambling without a license. And as I say, I pled guilty to those 2 charges. I pled not guilty to the remaining charges, including the charge of inviting children to gamble, and they were accepted by the prosecution and were accepted by the courts. I was punished with a fine of £91,000, and trust me when I tell you, a lesson has been learned, a very valuable lesson. You know, I had a lot to say from my side, from my perspective, but my legal team have advised me not to say anything, not to talk about how I feel or my reasoning or anything like that. And I've got to take their advice on board. And I also had contact from an independent legal advisor as well, who issued basically the same sentiments and said for me it'll be more problems if I speak my mind and speak my side of things, to try and kind of like just give you guys some indication as to what happened, because it wasn't like I'd set out to break the law. But that being said, I have to respect and accept the judgments of the courts, which I do fully, and I did break the law. I've been punished for that. The offending period was from the 1st of October 2015 until the 11th of February 2016. So it's nearly exactly 1 year since the offending period has ended. But as I say, I made a huge mistake. I did some things wrong. I was very naive in very areas and very arrogant in very areas, and I definitely will learn and want to improve myself and I want to improve myself as a person. I want to improve my community with you guys. I understand all the gossip. This is the first case of its kind. I understand the people that would just turn off my videos now. I understand the fans that wouldn't want to watch anymore, but I also understand and appreciate that a lot of you still do also understand the fact that people make mistakes, and I've made not just a mistake, I've made a huge mistake, and I feel like I've been punished for it, to a point that is considered fair by the courts and is considered fair by myself, of course. I want to apologize to everyone. I'm not a horrible person. I'm sure I can be argumentative. I can definitely feel like I'm right in instances where I could potentially be wrong. Case in point, while we're sitting here talking about this right now, right today. And I definitely have, I have an arrogance about me. I don't choose to be that way. I don't like wake up in the morning and sort of suggest how can I be arrogant to people today. It's just a trait of mine that I don't like, but I'm looking to work on it. I'm looking to better that. I'm looking to better myself as a person, and I hope that I can learn from this experience to grow rather than use this experience to implode. Hopefully I can use this as a way to help you guys, show you guys the path that you shouldn't take. Because let me tell you something, even though this was a financial penalty only, this was one of the most traumatic years of not just my life, because it was a stressful year for me. But I expect no sympathy, and I want no sympathy. I did what they say I did. I can't hide from that. It's the absolute fact. I owned up to that. I admitted to that. But what hurts me the most is what I've put my family through. As I say, it was very naive of me to just assume that everything was all in order. It was very naive of me to not seek the correct things to do back then. Back in the end of 2015 and the start of 2016. And because of my lack of judgment, because of my lack of regard for the law, essentially, I've put my family through something that they didn't deserve to go through. So I hope now that I can put that behind me. I can continue making videos for you guys, and if people are there to watch them, I'll continue to put them out there. And of course, if people aren't interested in watching them anymore, I wouldn't hold it against you. I wouldn't. Obviously, I understand the severity of the situation. I just hope that you guys know that I'm truly sorry for putting you guys through this, putting my family through this, and I just hope that there's still a place for me on YouTube and on the social media scene going forwards. And if there's not, then so be it. I've dug my own grave. Potentially, it's time for me to lay in it. So the next few days and weeks on YouTube will be a testing period for me, just to see the reaction of how everything kind of weighs up and where everybody stands on my my faults in life. Should it be a situation where you guys want answers for things and I can't provide them, I'll just let you know in tweets or in videos, because as I say at the start, I've been advised by my legal team not to say things, not to speak on my half, which is really difficult for me, because there was so much that I wanted to say, so much that I have to say. And it's very frustrating being told that you're not allowed to put your side of the story out, because it could just come back to bite me in the future, as well legally. So obviously I don't want to engage in more legal battles for any which way going forwards. Foot Galaxy is not part of my life. It hasn't been since February the 11th of last year, which was the website concerned in all of this. I'm sure you guys, if you read the news at all, if you're on the internet pretty much at all, there's plenty of stories about this situation. But once again, I want everybody to know that I'm sorry. It's not my intention to mislead you or misguide you. It's my intention to provide entertaining content for you, to enjoy FIFA with you, and to improve your guys' time spent on FIFA. That's my main goal. That's my issue. So with that in mind, that's what I'm going to focus on in the future, and make sure that everything else that gets thrown into my path, into my livelihood, will be dealt with the correct means, rather than just with a disregard for the things that should have been in place. So with that said, guys, I'm going to jump into the video now. I'm going to try and, as I say, I'm going to try and leave this here. I'm going to try and put it behind me. And if you guys do keep bringing it up, I'm going to have to just ignore it, because this is where it's going to be for me to be said and to be left, until the point where my legal team say to me, you can now talk about what you want to do. Because as you guys know, I wanted to go into the True Geordie podcast and speak about my just everything that's happened over the last 12 months, essentially. But I've had to cancel that, which is very disappointing for me, because I'm a big fan of True Geordie and his podcast, and I really wanted to just get there and get my side of the story out. But as I say, the bottom line is, I don't want nor deserve your sympathy. I categorically have broken the law. I have made mistakes. I am paying the price, and I hope that you guys can forgive for me for my my discrepancies, and that we can move forwards together, and that I can show you guys that this wasn't the right thing, and that I am truly willing to make amends for this community, and to provide benefit for this community, not to provide negligence and negativity to this community. So with that being said, we're going to get into the video here, guys, and thank you for listening. So guys, as said there, once again, my sincerest apologies, and I do want to move on from this, and that's what we're going to try and do in this video. I want to take you through what you're going to be seeing on the screen. We've got some comments from the previous video to look at, and also want to just talk a little bit about what's going to happen in the very near future for this series. Now that I've got over and done with some testing times. The team on the screen is still the one we're looking at. We were currently 9 wins, 1 loss in Foot Champions. I know this is Tuesday, and you're still watching Foot Champions gameplay. Obviously there was no video Monday, so I'm going to try and double upload Wednesday and Thursday to just fully catch up with the series. I sold Luka Modric there, as you can see. We've got a considerable fund of coins up in the top left, and what you're going to see today is actually me opening some packs, just because there's so many cards in packs at the time I was recording this. We had the one to watch cards, we had the team of the tournament cards, the man of the match cards, obviously the team of the week, and the legends, and then the base cards. You had 6 different types of cards in packs, and I thought, you know what, I've got a lot of coins available right now, we've got a lot of stuff to come going forwards, why not risk it? Why not risk it? So you'll see me risking some stuff. Now, I've used the same sort of team and formation a lot to a point where I've hit a ceiling. You know, we've talked about this in the last few episodes. I've hit a ceiling of anywhere between sort of like 29 to 32 wins. That seems to be like my bracket. On a bad week, I'll get 27 or 28 wins. And on a good week, I'll get 33 or 34 wins. But traditionally speaking, I'm getting from 29 to 32. And whilst that is phenomenal, you know, it puts me in a great position each week to get really good rewards and the good monthly rewards as well. I do want to better myself. I do want to improve. And now that I've got nothing in the future, you know, to distract me or whatever, I can really dedicate time to figuring out how best to improve. You know, I've had the same sort of team for a while, the same sort of formation and custom tactics and formations, etc. for a while. I have used, like, obviously different players. We discussed that. I've brought in very recently, specifically Ibrahimovic. I've brought in this Nainggolan, Florenzi, Manolas. We used Buffon and Movember Barzagli with Team of the Year Dani Alves. We had Team of the Year Modric and Team of the Year Marcelo, who I did think would stay in my team forever, but you know, my opinions change. They indeed do. But I'm definitely open to changing going forwards. I'm definitely open to, you know, like just trying new teams. I know what works for me and I know what I like and what fits my play style. But that's not to be said that there's no reason to never change, you know. And going forwards, unless there's a pack reward in the daily knockout tournaments, I'm only going to play Division 1. You know, maybe one of the reasons why I actually did quite badly this week, other than the fact that I had, you know, a lot of things going on outside of FIFA and Ultimate Team, one of the main reasons could potentially have been for me doing bad is because I never played any Division 1 throughout the week. I only played the daily knockouts. And you might sit there and think, what do you mean you did bad? And that is essentially a spoiler, but you guys would have known on social media, if you actually follow the account, you would have seen how many wins I got. I finished on 27 wins this week, and yes, I'm about to go 12-1 here, or 11-1, sorry, in this game. So I went from 11 wins and 1 loss, and finished on 27 wins and 13 losses, which means I went 16 wins and 12 losses in my last 28 games. I can't remember the last time I had a run like that. And it literally felt like it was win-loss, win-loss, win-loss. It was never like 3 losses followed by 5 wins and me hitting a run of form. It was literally every other game, bang, loss, bang, win, bang, loss, bang, win. And then obviously because it was 16 and 12, not 14 and 14, there were a couple of extra wins thrown in there at some point or another. But I just absolutely folded. And what changed was, you know, you saw in the last episode, during the start of the game, I would pause it, I'd switch to 4-1-2-1-2, I would start playing like that, and that is how the game would continue. When I went to 11-1, and then 11-2, and then 12-2, I pretty much stopped changing to the 4-1-2-1-2. And that was probably a huge mistake. And the reason why I stopped changing, because I got into the mentality of, let me change if I need to change, but not otherwise. And what happened was I would have lost the game, I would have got frustrated, I would have just gone straight back into another game, and I would have played angry. And what do I say to you guys all the time? Don't play angry. Playing angry just invokes losses. It invokes, like, poor gameplay, and that's what I was doing. I do also, you know, I have to say, I played like 28 of my games on Friday. I haven't played that many games on Friday in a long time. Usually I'd play like 10 or 15 Friday, 10 or 15 Saturday, and 10 or 15 Sunday to make up the whole 40 games. But on this occasion, I was unable to play on Sunday because I had to go up to Birmingham. So I had to fit all my games in Friday and Saturday. So I literally played until I was ready to sleep on Friday, which isn't really an excuse because, you know, I was playing FIFA. It's not like exhausting in that sense, but you do get kind of lost in your own problems in FIFA. Like if you hit a lost streak and you just keep playing, you're likely to just keep losing and losing and losing. So you can see there, guys, after 12 games, we are 11 wins and 1 loss. So things were going well, and I was sitting there thinking, my God, like this could be easily another, you know, Elite 1 term. I decided to do an 81 rated double upgrade guaranteed pack. I'd seen a lot of people get a lot of good stuff out of these packs, and I wanted in, basically. But as you can see, I've got a lot of items in my club again I need to clean the club up. Like, the club is very messy. There's a lot of untradables that aren't relevant. There's a lot of tradables that aren't relevant. There's a lot of consumables that I need to get rid of. I've got some coins. I've got some informs that I'm never going to use, that I'm just hanging on for dear life. But the market has changed and adapted so much depending on the game, that I don't think that I necessarily need to hang on to these items anymore. And I'll explain that when I actually go through cleaning the club out in the near future. So I did the upgrade there, guys. I tried to use as many of my untradables as possible. I got those untradables out of that free 125k pack. So, you know, that was literally given to me for nothing from EA. Thus, this 81 upgrade, double upgrade pack literally cost me nothing. Like, you know, EA gave everything for free. As I said, a lot of people had been successful with this 81 upgrade pack, getting man of the match cards, getting informs, or getting the one to watch cards. And I really do and did want the ones to watch. Like, it's currently 3 o'clock on Tuesday. I think the ones to watch are out of packs on 6 o'clock on Wednesday. So I've still got around 24, 25 hours after recording this video to sit there and potentially try and grind the one to watch a bit. But I don't know if we see it this video or the next video, I got Julian Draxler as one of my one to watch cards. So I'm happy with that. Okay, it's not Gabriel Jesus, but Julian Draxler, 86 rated. He plays in PSG's team a lot. They do really well. It's very likely he might get bumped up quite quickly to an 88, an 89, or a 90. And although he wouldn't be in my main team, he would most definitely make an incredible substitute. So I ended up buying one of these 55k packs, and I got a walkout, which was amazing. And the walkout was amazing. It was Sergio Aguero, who is the best non-special card I have packed the whole year this year on this road to glory. And I was so happy. I was like, damn, Sergio Aguero. And you know what I did? Instead of selling him and taking the coins and like buying a superstar player or something, instead of keeping him in my team and playing with him and seeing how well he played and if he fit my play style, I sold him and I opened more packs, because that's the kind of guy that I am. And you'll see by the title that this is titled Back-to-Back Walkouts, which means, you know, in the next pack we got another walkout. So was it the right thing to do? You know, we'll see. But not only did we get Aguero in this pack, we also got Kyle Walker, which is big because he's going to go into my team in a few weeks' time for the full BPL situation, which is very nice. But not only that, we also got in this pack a draft token. So that is a phenomenal 55k pack. We got way more than our money's worth. You know, a walkout, a super useful player, and a draft token, along with everything else that comes along with it. Happy days. You can see I'm up to 1.7 million coins now. I opened the next 55k pack and I got another walkout. Unfortunately, on this occasion, the walkout wasn't the best. It was Tony Kroos. He sells for about 18,000 coins. Obviously, it mitigates a lot of the value of the pack in the first place. You know, we paid 55k, we got 18k back, plus all the other items in the pack. So with that in mind, it wasn't bad. We also got Aaron Ramsey and Daniele De Rossi, the 83s and 84s, and indeed the 82s right now with Jagielka there are selling for quite a bit, just because of these ones to watch SBC cards and what they're required to rinse and repeat. So I wasn't too upset with that pack either, guys. You know, it wasn't too bad. A lot of fitness cards and healing cards, the training cards, the position modifiers. We've got 2 free packs in the pack as well. Unfortunately, they were both only 5k packs, but 2 free packs are 2 free packs. There's 10,000 coins worth of pack value there. And again, the pack luck was on point. So as we carry on opening some packs, guys, I'm just going to start through the comments of the last video. Drew AMG says, Nep, is it possible to open a bronze pack, get a silver pack, open that pack and get a gold pack, and in that gold pack get a legend? It is absolutely possible, but it is most likely impossible. The odds on you doing that, I don't want to speculate, but I'd say billions to 1. How often in the first place do you get a silver pack in a gold pack? I've had it once in tens of thousands of bronze packs. Sorry, in a bronze pack. How often do you get a silver pack in a bronze pack? I've had it 1 time so far. Then how often do you get a gold pack in a silver pack? And then how often do you get a legend in a gold pack? I would speculate that you could literally sit here forever opening bronze packs and then opening all the silver packs that you get from those bronze packs and then opening all the gold packs that you get from those silver packs and still not pack a legend. I don't think you'll ever see it. If you could do it, that would be fantastic. Next up is Jensen Martin says, hey Nep, if Gabriel Jesus carries on his form and gets a Player of the Month, will his one to watch get upgraded to what rating his Player of the Month card is, as it's a performance-based card? No, he won't. The ones to watch cards, as expressly suggested by EA, will only be upgraded through Team of the Week inclusions. And that is, even then, only the in-form version Team of the Week cards. So, for example, if Wayne Rooney had a one to watch card, that purple card would not have counted towards his one to watch upgrade. It is literally only the in-form Team of the Week versions of the cards that count towards the one to watch upgrades. And in fact, it kind of makes the winter ones to watch a little bit useless, because most of the cards that a lot of the players that we like get through the later stages of the game are man of the match cards, you know, special cards from Champions League or international games, and indeed Team of the Season, which as well does not affect one to watch cards. So with that in mind, let's say you get Gabriel Jesus and he plays well for the next few months but doesn't really pick up many informs, and then gets a special card for playing for Brazil, and then gets a Champions League card for Man City, and then gets a Team of the Season card. His Team of the Season card may well be like a 90 rated card, but his inform ones to watch card will still only be like an 83 or an 84 rated card. So like, it's tricky to know which ones to invest in, because come Team of the Season, if that one to watch player has got a Team of the Season or is likely to get a Team of the Season, the ones to watch card becomes absolutely redundant. So I'd be very wary when investing in ones to watch cards. Of course, I have the ones to watch Sansone. We got him way back at the start of the game in a 2-player upgrade pack. It was nice to get him. I thought we'd play a lot of games with him. I actually thought he'd get a fair few upgrades. He scored a lot of goals this season, and there's been a couple of times where he's been like a shoe-in for an inform, has been overlooked. So I thought maybe it's best now to trade him in and see who we get. So you'll see who we get. Nick's Jammy says, what about a fitness system that auto regens every day? Yeah, how cool would that be? You know, midnight every day or 1 a.m. every day UK time, which is when they usually release things, or 6 p.m. UK time every day. Fitness on all players is just regenerated to max. Why not? Why not? That would be amazing. Ibrahim Malik says, hey Nep, I wanted to ask, what if a player gets 2 Team of the Week cards in a month? So will the monthly rewards will contain both or one? Love your vids and good luck. It's interesting, but I think this month, I think we actually have that scenario. If I remember correctly, Sergio Ramos for the January rewards has got 2 cards. Let's go to January 2017 here. So Sergio Ramos has a 91 centre-back card. Okay, so he doesn't have a 90 centre-back card as well. Is there? So, oh, Harry Kane, there you go. So Harry Kane has an 88 striker card and an 87 striker card. And Foothead also have Wayne Rooney's 86 rated card as a card in the rewards. So they obviously assume that that purple hero card is counted. I wouldn't be so sure on that. But, as I say, Harry Kane has got an 88 and an 87. So with that in mind, we'll find out either this week or next, whenever the monthly awards are given out, we'll find out what happens. Maybe it's a case that you can pack both. Maybe it's a case that the 87 is not available and it only gives you the 88. Maybe it's a case where you can pack either of them, but only one. So if you open your pack and you get 87 Kane, you can't get 88 Kane, and if you get 88 Kane, you can't get 87 Kane. I don't know the answer specifically. We will most definitely find out in the very near future. Harvey Palling says, do you think the one-to-watch untradables are worth it? As I did them and got Gabriel Jesus and Pjanic, but cost up to 120k, sorry. I mean, yeah, for 120k to get Gabriel Jesus and Pjanic, you've done good. In general, I've seen streamers and YouTubers and people just play FIFA on Reddit and all over my Twitter timeline that have done these one-to-watch upgrades 20, 30 or 40 times and have got absolutely nothing valuable. In that sense, they're no value. You could have just gone and bought the one-to-watch in the first place. But it's definitely a case where you can get lucky from them. I know Marshall got Gabriel Jesus and Paul Pogba in the same day. So it just depends on your luck. What I would say is, if you've got like an expendable budget that you're happy to say, okay, I'm willing to invest 100,000 coins into trying to get a super one to watch player, then do that. But if you don't have a budget that's like an expendable budget, then don't bother trying. I don't think it's worth it. You might see some people get lucky. You might sit there and say, oh my god, he got this lucky, maybe I should do that too. But this is what EA want. EA want people to do this because it drains coins from the market. It gives value to players that normally wouldn't have value. Keeps people buying packs, try and get cards and such to continue doing the SBCs. It's what EA want. With that being said, I don't. If you had to ask me as a straight yes or no question, do I think they're worth it? I don't think they're worth it. Next comment is from Jacob Frazier. Says, does anyone know when Player of the Month comes out? Player of the Month will be released on Friday. There's always a misconception between the PFA Players of the Month and the EPL Player of the Month. The PFA Players of the Month is a fans voted Player of the Month, and I think Davies from Everton won it this month. He will not be the Player of the Month that is in FIFA. The Player of the Month that is in FIFA is the EPL Player of the Month, which the nominees, I believe, were Sigurdsson, Kane, Dele Alli, Sanchez, and I'm missing the fifth person, but there was a fifth person. And it's likely that the winner will be Dele Alli or Harry Kane. Spurs had a good month. They both scored a lot of goals. Harry Kane got a couple of man of the matches and an assist. So this upcoming Player of the Month will likely be Dele Alli or Harry Kane. But I would like it to be Alexis Sanchez. I would love him in my team. And that is when it will be released on Friday in FIFA. This Friday coming. Joshy Powie says, Nep, TwoSync and other players got 20 free 50k packs EA gave for free. Can you explain? I don't know. Okay, so Wednesday at 6 PM when the ones to watch SBCs came out, the winter ones to watch SBC was broken. If you created the ones to watch and opened the pack, it contained just regular gold cards, not the ones to watch cards. So during the exact time it was broken, 6 o'clock on Wednesday until around 6:30 on Wednesday, any pack that you opened during that window was reissued to you. I don't actually agree with this on how they did it, because what that meant was, if there was lightning rounds for 50Ks and there was just special packs and people were doing these one to watch packs and stuff, so every single pack you opened was reissued to you. So if TwoSync opened 20 50k packs through the lightning rounds, they were reissued those 20 50k packs. Now, whilst I think it is fair that the people that did the ones to watch and got the wrong cards got compensated, I don't think it's fair that anybody that opened packs got reissued those packs, because if I had known and if you had known that that would be the situation, I would have spent all of my coins on those special packs, because I know I would get them reissued and essentially get them half price, which would have been amazing. But because we didn't know that EA would recompensate like that, or compensate in general like that, we didn't do that. So that is why some people got packs and some people didn't. What was interesting was there were a lot of people on Twitter that told me that they don't open packs and they got issued packs. And on this account, on the Road to Glory account, those 55k packs that I opened earlier when I got Aguero, they were in the time period where the ones to watch were broken. I opened those packs around 6:15. So the fact that I didn't get reissued my packs meant that some people got packs and some people didn't get packs that should have got packs. Some people got packs and some people didn't get packs that shouldn't have got packs. And in general, the compensation was just a little bit of a mess. But that answers your question, essentially. Dom Souza says, how do EA decipher who gets rare and non-rare cards? So a rare card is decided when the player has a rare attribute for that team, league, or nation. So for example, in the Premier League, it's not a rare thing to be an English player in the Premier League, which is why there are so many common English cards. When you see a rare English card, it is because they could potentially be the only English player in that team or one of a few English players in that team. They could have an outstanding stat, an outstanding attribute, an outstanding thing like, say, 5-star skill moves. They could have just exceptional pace. Like what you find with the common cards is that it's like because they're a common style of player. So when you see an English centre midfielder who's common, that's because there are just so many centre midfielders that are English. If you see an English centre midfielder with 90 physical, he's going to be a rare English centre midfielder because there aren't many English centre midfielders with 90 physical. So the rarity of the card is decided and defined by basically exceptional circumstances for the card, but that's pretty lax in itself. Like most big clubs, all of their players are rare because it's like, hey, this is a rare player in a big club. Because like for example, Ospina, although he's low rated, he is the only Colombian, whatever, I can't remember, like, you know, knowledge defies me at times, but Ospina is the only goalkeeper from that nation in the Arsenal team, so therefore he is a rare card. That's basically how it works. Last but not least, guys, before this video finishes, Alex Hunter says, wouldn't it be impossible to pack Gagliardini in a gold pack if his card would count as a bronze one because you can't pack bronze players in a gold pack? No, the way it works is that it kind of had like two ends. Because it is considered a special card, it is also in gold packs, but because its base card is bronze, it's also in bronze packs. So you can pack him in both packs. That is my knowledge anyway. I could be wrong on that one. But anyway, guys, this is going to be the end of the video. If you did enjoy this, be sure to leave a like, rating, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. But for now, guys, I'm out. Peace.